All right, so I am back with part two. So, yeah, so when I was thinking of the witchcraft card, Sweet Delicious, and I was also thinking about the goddess Isis, the Egyptian goddess Isis, also known as Osset, which is her Egyptian name or Kemetic name, and ritual slash practices, it has me thinking of someone is engaging into some type of form of magic and or witchcraft, and it could be via Wicca, like I said before, Haitian Vadon, or voodoo, like New Orleans voodoo, or just or hoodoo or something like that, and they're doing something to either work in their favor or to protect themselves. Now, I'm also, and I forgot to mention this in part one, well, actually, the video cut off, so I couldn't really elaborate on that. That they could also be engaged into Egyptian magic, which is like Heka magic, and also they could be doing some type of work with the goddess Isis. They could be doing some ritualistic practices that includes the goddess Isis, because if you think about it, Isis is connected to witchcraft in a sense, or magic, because she is like a goddess of magic, and she deals with, like, she is helpful when it comes to spell work and certain practices, when you're trying to especially sharpen your intuition and make things work in your favor, or to help others when it comes to healing and also overcoming difficulties in your life, I would say, as well. And that's what she's, that she's one of the main goddesses to turn to for that. That is one of her specialties overall. Now, with this Sweet Delicious and free code, I don't know if someone uses, I'm getting strongly that this could be a possibility, that someone uses witchcraft to make themselves either come off as being more desirable sexually or something, or people look at them like they could be doing glamour magic or something for beauty. Also, I'm getting maybe for fertility too, because that pregnancy scare popped out too. I believe that someone could use their sexuality, like they could be doing sex magic or trying to get pregnant through magic or something, and they could be sexy or sexually desirable, or they want people to believe that they're sexier than what they are because they use magic. I'm thinking that could be the case. Now, somebody could be messing with some drugs. This could be pills. This could be, I'm not getting weed, like smoking some weed or that gas or whatever they call it. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting that they are like a pill popper. They may mess with like hallucinogenic type of drugs. It could be mushrooms, it could be coke, it could be something to get them real high. Something like LSD. Well, mushrooms give you a high, kind of like a acid trip, or LSD, if I'm not mistaken. I don't fuck with it, but anyway, um, decision making, pregnancy scare slash pregnancy scrutiny. Somebody could be scrutinizing somebody because they got pregnant. And I'm thinking, was somebody getting high and end up getting pregnant because they're so reckless when it comes to their sexual activity? They got high, and somebody could be getting scrutinized from the outside looking in because of their sexual activities and how the way they live their life. Is something going on here with this specific person? Or they could be dealing with someone who was on a drug binge when they could come off like a freak hoe. If this isn't that person per se, I feel like you know what else I'm getting to? Somebody could be tapped into the goddess Isis, and they did witchcraft because they could be trying to spiritually attack somebody that they were sexually involved with, and that person who they were sexually involved with could have gotten somebody else pregnant while they were on a drug binge. But I feel like I have a feeling that both of these people, both the woman who could be the side chick here, and the one who was attached, this male who could be attached to this female who might be doing this witchcraft and rituals and stuff. She could be doing rituals like trying to keep this man with her. She could be throwing witchcraft on the women that he sleep with or find more attractive. I feel like somebody, maybe this other woman and this man was getting high, and one night, it was one of them nights, and she thought she either got pregnant or she is actually pregnant. But what I'm picking up, I saw something else about that was decision making. I forgot, was that Final Countdown, and it was somewhere here. But now I'm seeing secrets. I did see something about decision making. Oh, duh. Here it is, decision making. But this is a secret that could have been hidden from this other lady, but she found out because she was doing witchcraft to find this out, or this other person could have been partaking in witchcraft themselves to get pregnant. But you know what? I'm really getting strongly that somebody now, since I'm putting two and two together, intuitively, somebody had a decision to make here. This could have been this other male that's attached to this woman. I'm getting that this other woman who's into these ritualistic practices, she wanted to come off as being more sexually attractive. That maybe this other person he could have been involved with. And this person is nothing but a freak hoe, but they could have been dealing with a freak hoe too now, who also could have been a model. And this man he could be weighing his options. He didn't weigh his options at first about who he really wanted to deal with romantically. But I think he did choose to be with a freak hoe and possibly got her pregnant. This woman could be like an Instagram model, OnlyFans model, some type of webcam chick, or something like that. But something is going on here now. There is some trauma here. This could be, I feel like all three of these people may suffer from some trauma and they need some healing. They got some pain or something they going through. But I feel like, okay, all of these people could be African American, by the way, because that African American card did fly out. This could be pertaining. You could be this person in the middle of all this shit from the outside, looking from the outside looking in. You could, know these people. But I feel like either you used to mess around with this masculine or something, and if this is you, collective, since this is a collective reading, you could have probably had a pregnancy scare with this other person. Somebody could have been doing rituals on you. I'm getting so many scenarios. Somebody could have been doing rituals on you because they found out you were pregnant and they didn't like that shit. And they could have petitioned or did some incantation to the goddess Isis or something. Or somebody could have did a fertility spell. I'm just getting that. Maybe while you were pregnant, you were covered by the goddess Isis or something. Maybe your family had a tradition, because I'm getting ancestors. Your ancestors could be could be connected to the goddess Isis. Your family may be well versed in witchcraft. And maybe this is why you could be protected by Isis, the goddess Isis. Your ancestors may have some type of connection to this whole situation, because you could have been getting spiritually attacked. If this is you, collective, and maybe your family engaged in certain rituals and practices to make sure that you were protected during that time. But I feel like there could be some trauma and pain because, God forbid, if things did not work out between you and this individual, it could have been because it could have been due to them dealing with this other woman who could be crazy. I feel like you are the star seed, and there is some truth here. Like, you are seeking the truth. Obviously, you could have used witchcraft to find out the truth about something. But I do feel like you are a star seed. You do have that anointing on you, and you're very wise, and you are otherworldly to people. People don't understand why they're so drawn to you, but it's because your knowledge extends beyond this world. You know, you may be in this world, but you're not of this world, if you get what I'm saying. You feel me? So I do feel like somebody else could have tiptoed and dealt with a model. You know what I'm saying? They could have dealt with a model and could have possibly gotten them pregnant too. But they didn't. They may have not known you were pregnant as well. And this masculine could have thought of you as being sweet, delicious. And check this out. Like, they think you got a nice body, juicy ass, titties, lips, thighs, all that. Toes, all that shit look good, okay? So, you know, coochie, all that. So they could have thought that you did witchcraft on them to get them, but that you may have not done witchcraft on them to get them, but another woman wanted to be desired. Because I feel like another woman was jealous of you, y'all. And it could be a so-called Reiki healer that was doing this. They could have had a dysfunctional upbringing. They could be connected to a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. Final countdown. Stuff, you know, shit getting real out in the field, okay? And it's time for them to pay up. Whoever did, like, if they did some type of black magic to you, they will have to pay. They will reap their karma. Sirius. Somebody is connected to the dog star Sirius. This also is dealing with, this is a connection to the Egyptian god Anubis. Also, Sopdet. That's the goddess that's over. She used to be synchronized, or what they call syncretized, sorry, with the goddess Isis. So she was like Sopdet Isis, right? And that's crazy how Isis came out. And that could be also, I'm going to say, like Sopdet / Isis. And you are starseed. That is like a, from my understanding, a starseed type of energy. Secrets. It's some secrets going on in this whole situation. I feel like this woman isn't being honest with this other man about what they did to you, or this could be another woman. I'm getting that this man dealt with multiple women at the same time. It's like he could have dealt with you previously before he got to this other woman, right? Right. So, but it's like he just kind of wrote you off in a sense. But this woman does witchcraft, so she picked up on your energy because you was still on this, in this man mind, like rent free. This man, even though he broke himself away from you physically, emotionally, and mentally, he's still connected to you. Fire sign. Somebody could be a fire sign. Somebody could act like a fire sign. Or this other woman they were dealing with was a fire sign. I'm getting this model. She could have been like a Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. I'm getting Sagittarius. Prayer. Somebody need to pray because it's some drama going on. It's a lot of dysfunction. Somebody came from, I feel like this Reiki healer came from a dysfunctional family as well as this masculine I'm picking up on, and that's why they like dabbling into witchcraft and magic and stuff to bring some sense of false empowerment, trust. I feel like there's a lack of trust between you and maybe this other other person you were connected with, this masculine. We got, let's see, let's do one more. What else is connected to this whole situation? I feel like this other lady could be obsessed with you and this other woman who he thought he had gotten pregnant. It's something about maybe because you're more youthful looking, more attractive, and she wanted to be desired, and she could have been doing glam magic to try to make herself look more youthful and beautiful. I'm getting to. She may view you as looking like a model in her eyes if this isn't another woman. But I feel like it could be you and some other woman who could have been in the picture. Some like you weren't in the picture directly, but anymore. But I feel like he still thought about you a lot, and she knew that you were on his mind, and she was jealous of how much he still adored you from a distance. You didn't want shit else to do with this man anymore because you found out how much of a cheater and liar he is. So, all right, we got Harmony, Caribbean. Whoa, where's this going? Abuse. What? Intuition. One more. Gambler. Ooh. Stalker. Okay. This has taken a turn. Somebody is from the Caribbean in the middle of this whole situation. They could also be a gambler. I'm thinking when it comes to people's hearts, they like to gamble with love. I feel like at first, let's see. Somebody could have thought that they were in a harmonious connection with someone from the Caribbean, but they end up acting abusive, maybe mentally or emotionally abusive, may not be physically abusive per se, I'm getting. But when it comes to intuition, I think eventually this person used their intuition to find out that this person was just gambling with their love or what they thought was love with this person. And I feel like this person became a stalker, or they could have been abusive towards each other. I do feel like somebody could have been involved with somebody from the Caribbean. This is when they first started this obsession with men or something. Like it really got out of hand, I'm thinking. Or this is what caused them to stalk this other man, because this other man can remind them of someone who they dealt with who was from the Caribbean. Whoa. I was like, whoa, what the hell am I doing? I'm up here knocking the damn camera off. Well, phone down. Sun worship. Big ass or BBL. Goon. Somebody may like getting up real early in the morning, and they could be talking to their version of God. This could be a sun god. I don't know if this deals with Hinduism, not Buddhism, sorry, Hinduism, or if this dealing with Greek, or Roman deity worship or something of that nature, or Egyptian. This could be like Egyptian worship. Maybe they believe in a sun god. I believe Ra is a sun god. They could be into Helios, or what's the other term? I don't know if they're connected to Apollo or something like that. I'm not really sure about that. I'm getting a lot of different things scrambling through my psyche right now. But somebody may just like getting up and praying when the sun rises, And I'm picking up Venus, like the god, like not just the goddess Venus, but Venus can be considered the morning star too. And this woman could, I said woman. This woman may have a huge ass, and I'm getting like she could be attractive, like Venus, what they call, I forgot, start with a C, calypicos or something, meaning nice buttocks, right? And somebody like she has perfect buttocks or a perfect ass. But I feel like this woman is affiliated with somebody who could also be considered a goon in his own right. This could be the other man that was connected to you. He could also like getting up early and talking to God, and when the sun rise and all that. That could be him, because he may believe in the Jesus Christ energy too now, because, or Christ conscious, because if you think about it, the sun rises and it ascends and descends every day. So you have like during a certain part of the day it goes down and it rises. That's like resurrection, and like the sun basically has a rebirth every day. It resurrects. It goes down, or it's almost like it's you know non-existent, and then it rises again, and it's like a resurrection. So I don't know what type of tip they on, but I see law enforcement at the bottom, don't know what this shit about, but you know what I'm saying. Then we got earth signs. Somebody could be an earth sign here: Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. We got oath. Somebody took an oath. I don't know what oath they took. Maybe I don't know what oath they into. Maybe they part of some type of group or something, or I'm just gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? But with law enforcement, maybe they know somebody in law enforcement that protect them from the stuff they doing. I don't know. Maybe they got some pull with law enforcement to help them get away with certain stuff. You know what I'm saying? People know people. Somebody could have took an oath allegedly. Wow. Maybe somebody in law enforcement is an earth sign. I wouldn't be surprised if they're a damn Capricorn, because I'm getting that strongly by the law, and that deals with the law, if I'm not mistaken. Capricorn does, with the government and law and shit, if I recall correctly. I don't know. Maybe they know somebody that can help them. I ain't gonna say all that, get away with some things, I don't know where this going, y'all. This looking crazy. Maybe they, I don't know. Maybe somebody called the laws on their ass who is an earth sign. Maybe they dealing with the earth sign now, and somebody went off on their ass. I don't know. But this oath is standing out to me. Somebody may be watching them and feel like they doing their job. Like maybe they want to get them in trouble or something. Y'all, look at this here. We got the Tower. That can also deal with like being locked up, like prison or something. The hell? And the Four of Wands in reverse. Something unstable. Some foundation is being rocked here. Something is going on. I'm thinking, did somebody go? Shit. Wait a minute. Did somebody go to prison or something for domestic violence? Cause I'm getting how, remember, Harmony was here first and then abuse. Wow. Something going on, something not going so great in the household with these individuals I'm picking up on, whether it be you or whomever. I don't know what's going on with this. Something happened. What's going on with this situation? Somebody could have took an oath not to tell something to law enforcement. If law enforcement asked them a question about something, what's that? Four of Swords in reverse. 2 4s. What's that about? And then 2 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, it's some type of argument or something. Somebody is really stressed out from being with somebody. It's like somebody is really exhausted there have been a lot of disagreements, arguments. Somebody could have possibly been locked up for maybe something with domestic violence, some type of argument, fighting, some type of not getting along, something going on here. Eight of Wands, that could be talking about some back and forth communication. That could be online, text messages, emails. We got the Death in reverse though. Somebody not learning a lesson about something, about certain patterns and habits and things that's going on. I don't know what this is about. The Sun. This could be talking about some news, some good news. This could be I'm also getting like the birth of a child. Maybe that's why everything went down. They went off. Something happened here. Something happened here. I'm getting that it was a big fight over finding out that either you had got pregnant by this other masculine or this other female got pregnant. We got the secrets, the moon, secretive stuff, hidden factors here at play. This could also talk about using your intuition, or this person using their intuition who was tied to this man, and they found out they stopped getting along, and I'm getting that they broke up. Four of Wands in reverse, Two of Cups in reverse, and what they thought was going good didn't end so well. Because it's something happened when it came to infidelity, secrets, hiding. It's something about a birth of a secret was being held about a birth of a child. That, the devil, y'all. I did not say Capricorn was involved, y'all. Somebody here, man, look. And then this is talk about sexual desires and being real sexual. Like I said, drugs, addictions, temptation. Somebody was getting messed up, and this what happened in the process. A child came out, and somebody was having some wild sex or something, and it resulted in a child being born. But I'm thinking, is this child a Capricorn or maybe a fire? Because a fire sign popped out now. Okay, and that could be Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. And then the devil card can represent Capricorn, but people also say that it represents the Baphomet or Pan type energy as well, because that energy is very low vibrational and deals with sex and not really true love, but just sexual, desire or dark desires, or acting on things that are considered maybe forbidden or whatever. Leo energy again. Somebody got to be a Leo, y'all. I'm picking up, but that is earth energy though. That the devil card, which can represent Capricorn. So we got fire, earth, and water. This is water energy, and this is water energy. I meant to say that because the water sign, somebody here could have been, some water sign fucked up, y'all. They was hiding secrets. Strength. Somebody had to stay strong after finding out that somebody was stepping out on them, doing some sexually explicit things, and probably getting high too with this other person. And a child, I ain't gonna say unexpected, maybe, but look at this Queen of Swords. And look, this showed that this harmony had started becoming toxic because somebody cut somebody off, okay, in the process. They got the strength to logically weigh what was going on with the situation. They used their intuition as well with the moon card there as well. And yeah, so somebody is not in harmony. They're not balanced here. Something is going on because they could be in this devil energy. I think somebody took an oath to keep something to themselves. Look at this contrasting energy. The devil and the angel. The angel is in reverse, so they on demon time. They on straight demon time. Whoever this is, they not pouring into anybody else, not like how they should. Like when it comes to a partnership, that's over with. They ain't with no soulmate or nothing like that. It just seems like they trying to have sex with anybody or fuck on anybody that want them. And they could be out here partying, drinking. They ain't learned from their old habits because the death card is in reverse here. They ain't trying to make no transformation or rebirth. They settling in their old ways. We got the Queen of Wands in reverse. I said somebody could be jealous. Somebody could be jealous of you, plotting on you. This could also talk about witchcraft. This Queen of Wands, somebody is definitely a witch. But with this Queen of Wands in reverse, it's giving me dark witch, like into some bullshit. And they could be doing this out of jealousy.